So for review is the 1/72nd scale Runabout interior from the Toy Shack, and let me show you them. eBay. He's an eBay seller, and it's just the Toy Shack, and he has a bunch of other interior parts. Most of it's 1/6 scale, and 1/35th and 1/32nd. I don't know what this Grenadier is for, but here's the Starfighter pilot. Here's what we're talking about now. Here's the launch pad for the Viper, the monogram kit, I think. Here's the interior for the old monogram kit for the Cylon Raider. Here is the 1/32nd, the new one. The Marauder cockpit, the female from Buck Rogers. And this is the 1/32nd with Baltar. Original series, of course. And then a few various other things. He had a couple other things that I don't recall offhand that I really liked, but the price is really cheap, $8. It's like $5 shipping. Shipping's pretty slow because it comes from Canada, and I'm in Southern California, and I've noticed most stuff I buy from Canada kind of takes a while, so it's not the seller, and I don't even know if I could have increased shipping, but I wasn't in a hurry. But when I bought this, it's not a bad kit, but there's some issues with it, and there's good things, bad things. I mean, the runabout itself is really small. You really can't see a whole lot. Even you would have to open the port and starboard entry hatches to really see a lot in there. And there's a kit, which I guess I'll talk about now. This is the one, I think, from Starship Modeler. I can't remember who makes this one. This one right here. This kit is really accurate, and it looks like this is this is like the first season or so, because there's two different versions of the Runabout, or maybe you can modify it. The first season, this is your little cockpit area right here, and then let me get in here, and there's a bulkhead right here, or not bulkhead here, there's a bulkhead here. This is just a rafter of some kind. Here's your control panel, which controls your transporter room, which is back in this cavity here, and you walk through the transporter room to go to the different modules. The different under the pylons and the wingspan, there's different modules that are mission specific, and then behind it is the sleeping quarters and the cargo area, or the lounge area, or the conference area. Depends on you can. There's, if you look at the DS9 technical manual, it kind of covers this a little bit. This kit is really complete. I wasn't aware of this kit when I bought the kit that I bought, and this is the schematic of the same setup of that kit. The kit, if I have some more, I don't think I have any other pictures of it. But that kit comes with the ceiling rafters, the flooring, everything, all the hatches, everything, totally complete. It's expensive though. It's $75. I mean, that's like 2.5 runabout kits, basically for that. And if you're gonna do a balls out runabout, then that's the way to go. What I actually plan on doing is building 3 runabouts, and I plan on displaying them in a runabout pad configuration, which means a rising and lowering runabout pad using a screw mechanism or a scissor jack to raise and lower the pad, and then showing 1 or 2 runabouts that are being serviced, or the modules are getting removed, or whatever the case is. All that in 1/72nd scale, and basically using whatever screenshots I can get. And the best ones really are when that Romulan Senator came to DS9. That's a pretty good shot of the interior of the launch bay and the DS9 technical manual. But back to this, what this kind of looks like to me is a Season 1 variant of some kind, because it's really different. If you look at right here, this, I don't think this is quite Season 1. This looks like a little bit newer. Here's your console that's absent from the kit I bought, and behind it is the bulkhead that's open. The doorway's open, and there's a transport room. Here is the bulkhead right here, and here are your 2 seats and 2 more seats. No replicator, unless that's it. At least not the replicator that we're used to in later episodes. What else? Okay, so here's the forward-facing. This is the console that's missing from my kit, and here's the floor hatch. If you look at that hatch right there. There's 3 hatches in the cockpit area, totally different from this one. This is the hatch in here, and it looks nothing like it. Let's see what else. Here is the same configuration, and this is This isn't, I don't know, season 3 or season 4. This is when Cisco's taking, oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The Maquis trader, and so this is, you know, mid-show, I think. This is a little bit later on. Oh, this is Voyager actually, but they use the Sats, and this is later on. This is when the transporter pad is. Oops. This is when the transporter pad is right here. Here's the here is, what do you call it? Replicator. There's a phaser, but that phaser, I saw another close-up. The phaser looks like it's before first contact, because the phaser doesn't look like a first contact phaser. It looks like a last season TNG phaser. What else? So that's nothing. That's just a close-up. There's the open bulkhead. There's the transporter pad. There's the gangway to the other parts of the ship. And right here, if you go this way, that's the port and starboard gangways to access the ship itself. Let's see. It's just another viewpoint there. There's a replicator. There's all this, and you see in this version, you see how the whole console, the whole cabinet, it connects all the way around. And here, oops, there you go. It doesn't. There's a gap. What else? Oh, and this is actually Federation models. This is the kit that they sell, and if you look at some of it, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Look at his rafters in there. This is the upside. This is the front cockpit, the upside down. There is, you know, the center console, not the one I was talking about, but the one that sets between the pilot and the co-pilot, which is absent again from the one that I bought. I mean, it's a pretty amazing kit. Let's see here. Look at this one. So there's your transporter console. It also has a transporter. You can position whatever position you choose to. Here's your lower deck access panels. Here's your seats, which look really nice. It's worth the $75, I think. I think it's really nice. Also, here's another one. Look at that detail. This is the rear, and obviously this is set up for the lounge or conference rear of the shuttle, like you saw in the TNG episode and many of the DS9 episodes. You can also convert this, or convert it. It comes in different configurations: half cargo, 2/3, and quarter cargo, something like that. I mean, look at all these. This is so crazy detail. This is so nice. I didn't realize this, and I don't know if I mentioned. I think I just mentioned that I plan on building 3 runabouts in launch configuration in the runabout pad, and so that means 1 or 2 of them. That's fine to have this little shitty kit, but in the other ones, I'm gonna buy, or the main one, I'm gonna buy the nicer kit. Here's the entry gangway. This should be going back to the aft of the shuttle. This should be the bulkhead or the transporter or something right there. And there's a close-up. There's the phaser I was talking about. That's the last season of TNG. That's not First Contact. Same thing. There's a transporter. They moved in this one. The transporter's forward, and you can see this bulkhead has this corner right here. It's nothing like that in here. In fact, this double door that you see right there, it's present in one of these. Let me find it. So there's a double door right there, right? But it's different. This is more of a cargo door, or like a holodeck door, sort of. Where this one is just a conventional door. And there's the door open. So this kit is certainly adequate, especially if you're not going to see into it too much. And I plan on using it. I'm going to buy the other kit too. This one also comes with 4 crew members, and it just, maybe the pilots even seem a little out of scale. I guess not. There wasn't much room in there, but I'm gonna do a little more research. The back wall, I didn't see anything that really correlates to this back wall, so I'm not digging that too much. It's certainly a good starter kit. If you're gonna build anything else in this scale, this could be useful. If you pull a mold from this, you could use this for multiple scratch builds. I mean, it's got some great detail. I mean, it's built really well. The price is really good. It just doesn't correlate too much, but it's good enough for what I want to do. A few distance shots. I don't know if I would necessarily buy this kit again, but for the price, it's a pretty amazing kit, so I do like that. Alright, next up is the 12500 Orion Class conversion for the Amabasitor class. And what this is for is the Borg invasion of Sector 001/359. I'm doing a build of that, doing a 12500 scale Borg cube and various ships. And I wanted some variation. I actually pulled up through I think it's Star Trek Alpha and Star Trek Beta. I pulled up the list of the ships that were there. And I don't think I want to stick to that. That's why I keep saying Sector 001 and Wolf 359, because I just want to do I want to have a little bit of freedom to do my own thing. Well, let's pull this out. This is the first time I open these, so. Alright, secondary hull. Looks pretty good. You can see some issues right here. It's weird. Shuttle bay is pretty weird. I don't see a corresponding part, although I haven't even read the instructions. I wouldn't want to use this because I want to light the kit anyway, so I wouldn't use this secondary hull if that's an option. I haven't really looked at it. So here is the stack that would presumably go to what I would assume to be the sensor dish, or the sensor suite, similar to the nebula conversion for the Galaxy class. Here's the strut, and here's the decal. So the USS Ferris, and I mean some just basic pennant markings and registry. You would probably want to use this with your oh, here's another piece too. You would probably want to use this with your round 2 Aztecian decals. So let's look at the instructions here. Pretty basic. It looks like you definitely can use the here is the Enterprise C, and the difference is in the neck. Has a totally different neck, and let's see what's up with that. So there's the Enterprise C neck. That's it. Okay, so this just locks right in. If you, let's see if I have, I don't think I have it here, but this mechanism mirrors, which actually looks like there's a piece broken off mine. This mirrors what's on the bottom side of the neck on the Enterprise C, which I don't have, but here is the bottom side of the Enterprise C. See a locking mechanism that corresponds to that that dorsal section there. So I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't use your just kit's secondary hull. If you don't want to light it, then don't. Just use this and you're fine. You don't have any modifications. I don't get what's up with the shuttle bay though, the primary shuttle bay. I don't get what's up with that. But all in all, looks like a pretty good kit. The details are really good. I don't see any bubbles. Pore spots and flash, I don't care about. I don't know why people always gripe about them. That's just part of the process, and it's not doesn't have any issue as far as quality. But here's a bubble right there. There's a bubble right. I mean, that's part of the pore spout, but there's a bubble, easily filled. But the quality is good, definitely good quality. This piece, looks good again. Lighting it looks like it'll be difficult. That's some weird, I don't know if that's hidden. Maybe I'll recast this in clear resin. But then again, I can just probably go through the bottom, so maybe I'll just do that. Really no warping, slight warping looks like. In the back, this is raised slightly. Details are soft, a little uneven. The back of this cuts off before that. The back of these little squares aren't represented. They're actually, it's not shaved off, but just isn't present. Same thing with here. So this is a little soft. This side looks really nice. Looks like a part you'd find in a kit. The bottom side leaves a bit to be desired, which is actually the top. I never actually scored lines myself. but I think it could be doable. Oh, it's a pretty good kit. What did I pay for this? Starship Modeler. Actually, it doesn't say. I don't know how much I paid. I think it was like 20 bucks. I think they're both like 20, 25 bucks each one of these, which is kind of expensive for just a modification kit. But I really liked it, and I'd never seen this before, so that's why I wanted it. So it was really cool. Never even heard of it. I think it's from one of the online games you can play. But let's open up the next one. This one is the 12500 Nova class. Now when I got this one looked like it was pretty much all solid resin. It's gonna be kind of hard to light, so I don't know how all this is gonna go. So this is from Odyssey Slipways and the Rhode Island. From my understanding, that is a variant of. Oh, there's the Equinox. Also, you can do the Rhode Island or the Equinox. So this is super small. Let's take a look. Let me pull these out real quick. My kid's trying to sneak out here too. Okay, so here is the primary and secondary hull. There's nothing to it. Pretty small. It is 2 1/4 without the nacelles. It's a little rough, a little soft, but I mean, I would imagine it's really hard at this scale. I think the only way to light this would be to cast it again, and then cast it in halves. I think it's the only way to do it. I don't see how else you could do it. I'm not even sure if that's even a good idea. So you have your nacelles, and your nacelles, and your nacelles, and your nacelles. And here's your pylons, front sensor dish, there's your bridge. So these gotta be upper and lower. So that's got. That can't be. Oh, maybe there's. Oh, you know what? Let's see. I think there's different ones. Oh, one for the Rhode Island and one for the. That's something I could think of. Yeah, because it looks like the Rhode Island has different intercoolers. I don't know what they're called on here, but the intercoolers on the refit, that's what they'd be called. They're here on this one, and they're absent on the Equinox. So that's the only variant. Super small kit. It was only like 25 bucks. A lot of pieces. It is certainly rough. I mean, it's got some rough stuff. Not that it's. I mean, it just looks like. I don't know. It didn't feel the mold properly. Not in a bad way. It can all be taken care of. That's not really an issue. And I want to light it. The only way I think to light a lot of this is. I think the way to light it is to recast this entire thing in clear and embed a couple of LEDs inside of it. I even saw a guy do some clear molding and mold the LEDs inside of it. And that could be an interesting idea. And all you'd have to do is paint the whole thing and scrape away where you wanted it lit. And there's so little stuff to be lit on here. That's definitely doable. Alright, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching.